Hey guys, RB here. RB, the Tractor Man. Got some projects in the works, several little things that I've been working on, and some videos that will be coming out real soon as we make progress. Let me just take you on a little tour back in the shop today. I've been just doing some miscellaneous things this week and got several projects open. So let's go on a little tour. I'll show you what all we got coming up on the channel here.
Alright, so one of the projects I've been working on is getting this John Deere 1.5 horse engine running right. We thought it was a fuel line issue or a fuel issue. I'm still not 100% sure that it isn't. It's possible that the needle valve is wore out. But doing some research and stuff, I'm a little bit curious if maybe the magnet isn't weak in the magneto. This right here. So I was talking to a friend and he happened to have the magneto recharger unit that's been floating around years ago. So I have a friend that owned it and he passed away, and so another club member had ended up with it. So my friend ended up having it right now. So we got this unit, and I have seen this used once many moons ago. So I have it now, and I think it's time to go ahead and recharge that mag. So I'm going to do a video on that here probably this afternoon, and we'll get that out to you guys, and it'll be a little bit of content for this week. Alright, so that's one project. Next project, working on the John Deere B, the 1942 style B, and we determined that the carburetor was really bad shape. Water got in through the air cleaner and went into the carburetor, froze the unit up. So we got it freed up, and I've been taking video on that. Carburetor had to be rebuilt. I ordered some parts from Steiner. It'll be here Monday, and so we got about 3 or 4 days waiting for that. So meanwhile, I tried to do a video on electrolysis, and my battery charger that I had, just my little dinky chargers, were not powerful enough to do the electrolysis. So picked up a battery charger, and I'm going to go ahead and do a video this afternoon on electrolysis, and we'll see if we can get these carburetor pieces all cleaned up and ready for that carburetor kit so we can get that thing reassembled. So show you guys that. Alright, another project I got working on, my Farmall Cub. So I restored this Cub, probably about 7 years ago now, and I had the mower working for a little bit and really didn't use it much. I had the mower all done up so that way I could show this tractor and no one get hurt, and ended up taking the mower back off. I was using the tractor for firewood, and it was so much easier to maneuver it without the mower. So I've been wanting to put it back on, but I know that the PTO clutch, or there's a little PTO bushing, wasn't meshing up to the line very well, and I thought that it was the collar was out. So, and I'll show you guys that. I've actually got it right here. So here's the unit that was in it, and it looked like the collar just wasn't engaging all the way with the shaft, and so I thought maybe this collar was worn. So I actually had a parts tractor from when I restored this tractor, and so I went up and pulled that collar off, got it put on last night. Still wasn't meshing up very well, and come to find out, what is actually broke on it is the main shaft going all the way through the unit. Where it meshes up, the shaft is, the splines are wore out. This is going to require a shaft job, which means pretty much the tractor's got to be split. Loads of fun. 2-day, 3-day job. I've had this thing apart 3 times now, so I'm a pro at it. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to have to do. Got the new shaft put in, and it still just does not engage. So if I pull the lever all the way back, I can get it to engage, but that's not correct. So that's what's going to have to be done. I do have another shaft. I'll take you guys over here. So I had these parts up in the woods, and I've been getting rid of scrap metal and stuff, so I thought it'd be a good time to go ahead and get these parts and you know, take them and get rid of them as well. So here's the chassis I started with, or the drive unit. So there's a shaft in there. I think it's still good. Looks like it is. Looks like it's still got splines in there. So I'm gonna take that one out, and then I'll scrap the bell housing and everything else off this thing. I already got the engine ready to scrap. So yeah, wasn't looking to do that, but gonna have to do it now. So got that project going on. Oh yeah, we're over here, we might as well go ahead and go for it. So I've gotten brave. Guess what? We got the Gibson tractor here. I'm about ready to start doing some welding on it. It's just so dang dry out right now, which is good, because dry means that, you know, in front of the shop I could probably get away with welding. Definitely will have the hose ready. Need to fix that one rail, and we can start putting this thing together. I made contact with a friend who, you know, does nuts and bolts and stuff, and we're getting all the bolts lined up for this. So anxious to get this thing going, get it put back together, and then get tires and stuff for it. So there's that project. Yeah, the Grand Tour. Oh, let's see. So just want to note, while we're at my truck, we did the carburetor on this compressor in one of the previous videos, and it is working great. I've just been running it completely out of fuel to turn it off. I've used it 2 or 3 times now. Very happy with it. So, piggies. We did a video on piggies. Went and got some new bedding for them last night. Another bag of food. Piggies are getting big. Yeah, you guys want to say hi? All right, oink, oink, oink. They're doing well, getting fat. We're about ready to start splitting them. I'm going to check with my brother here in a little while. I think they're about ready to go ahead and split up. So, don't know a whole lot about them, learning about them. Ready to take care of this. I need to get them some fresh water. I just filled their water dishes. I want to clean up the pen tonight, and new bark or new pine chips. So they're doing well. Things going good there. All right, the 42B, I pushed it out of the shop while I'm waiting for parts. She's freed up, sounding real good. So happy with that. We'll get that carburetor put back together and check out the mag too. I think she'll be ready to run. Let's just look at all these tractors. See, I think this is a 53 Jubilee. It's been working good. The issue with it is the PTO shaft. I think it's twisted inside the unit, so it will not engage. I think the plan for right now is this tractor here. Got it running, runs great, needs tires. I will probably pull the shaft out of this unit and put it in this one. I usually don't like to do that for running units, but I think this is going to be our donor for right now. Hate doing it, but I got to get tires, and tires are expensive, guys. I'm actually looking at maybe bringing some in from overseas. If I order them through my overseas contact, it's roughly about $60 a tire. If I get enough of them on a pallet, it could be possible that it'll be worthwhile, rather than, I think the minimum I've looked at online is about $300 a tire. So maybe if you're looking for tires, you're on the West Coast here, I wouldn't mind maybe getting you on the order and sharing some shipping costs. So talk to me, send me a message, and we'll see if it's a good deal or not. So we got this unit going. Runs great. Needs a water pump. I did order the water pump. It'll be here Monday, so we'll be getting that back in the shop. I may save this and go ahead and do that for our next shop work day, which I'm scheduling out about 3 weeks now. Trying to figure that out as kids will be going back to school here, so definitely don't want to do it the first week that they're back in school, because then I won't have anybody show up again. So a couple weeks out. I have talked to a couple people, and it looks like it's going to work out. So still working with that. This thing here, we got it going. Needs some hydraulic work still. I really think that it needs the filter. I'm doing some research on getting the filter, and then I do have a couple more lines that are broken. It's just so dang expensive to do hydraulic lines. So until I get some cash flow coming in, won't be able to do much with that. So she'll probably end up back in the barn. The John Deere AW, pushed it out of the barn. I got mag issues. I went ahead and ordered a hot mag coil. Gonna rebuild a mag. Hopefully that'll work. I can get this thing to fire sporadically. And boy, let me tell you, when it says sporadically, it wants to backfire, kaboom, and that thing is like canyon. So it is noisy. It backfired the other day, and it sounded like a 12 gauge going off. Off video, I didn't film it. I probably could have, should have been a good video. I did go ahead and get new gauges put in this thing. I'm wanting to do some plowing with this tractor this fall, so I thought it'd be a good idea to get a new pressure gauge so we know we're running oil pressure and temperature gauge This tractor was the last of my grandfather's collection, and it was frozen up. I've got videos of unfreezing it and getting it running and everything. And so we're going to put her back to use, and I thought that that would be important. So yeah, looking anxious. This is the one that's got the new tires. I think I put brand new tires on this, and shipped, it was right around $1,200 for front and back and new tubes and stuff. So I got a video out there on my channel of putting tires on. This was the first tractor that I did where I left the rims on the machine and put tires on. And you know, honestly, I think it was easier to do the back tires that way rather than off. It just seemed like slipping the bead and stuff was a lot easier to put new tires on. So may end up doing that down the road a little bit later. Got the Kubota, and she's looking sad. I don't think I've ever had it this worn. Really need to do a nice pressure washing on it, and then I think I need to clean the filter in the hydro unit. It's sounding a little rough. I don't think the engine has a whole lot of hours since my last tune-up, but it is whining a little bit. So there's a screen on the back side. It needs to be cleaned. I probably need to do a little maintenance on it. I'm wanting to put the backhoe back on, so I may do that before I put the backhoe on. It's definitely a little bit easier. Get this box blade pulled off. So some of the projects I got going on around the farm here, definitely been busy. So let's see. Tires, working on getting rid of tires. I need to cut this one up and take it out to my landfill. I've got a couple Cub tires there. They're still in the rims. Don't know what I'm going to do, because they say if I can get the beads broken, you know, I can scrap the metal and then scrap the rubber, but I just cannot get them broken off those beads. Got a set of tires here. It's like 30 bucks if I leave them on the rims to get rid of each. So I'm thinking I want to break the beads on those, get rid of those as well. So been working over here this week. Had a bunch of stuff packed underneath the coverall here, so I got it all cleaned out, and got the shop compressor, which hasn't been used for many years. It's kind of, I don't know if I'm thinking what I want to do is, I don't know the status of the wire, so I may just run a wire from there, put the generator out here, and then get this thing started up and try it out that way. And then, you know, if it works well, doesn't have a whole lot of load, I may go ahead and put the main wire back in. But it's been doing good. Like I said, I've had issues getting water to the shop. There is a water line to the shop, but it looks like it's rotted out. So got my swamp cooler in the shop, and I just have a bucket right there running down into it. And I just keep the bucket full of water. This tractor, I don't know what we're going to do with yet. I love the front end on it. Ideally, I think I'm going to end up having to do my 42B over again. I think this thing is a little past too far to go ahead and restore. So I think it's going to end up being a parts tractor. I thought about parking it out on the road, put a scarecrow on it, and still may do that. If nothing else, I may steal the front end and put that on my 42B. I just don't know yet. So just projects everywhere. Got the LUC engine over there. Not sure what I want to do with that. I like the little L engines. I like the sounding of them. They got the little Hercules 2-banger in them. So may try to restore that. Wouldn't be against a good offer on that engine. That also came from my grandfather's place. That engine actually came from the foundry up in Downeyville, and I have a picture somewhere of rescuing this engine at an auction. We didn't pay a whole lot for it, and had a big old clutch unit on it and stuff. And I think my grandfather got rid of the clutch unit. But yeah, fun times. I was probably 13 when we got that. Got the Cushman over there. Needs brakes still. So projects everywhere. You know, I think while I'm out here and I'm thinking about it, I notice it's starting to sprinkle. It's one of those very humid days here in California. It's supposed to be 100 today, but it's raining instead. So to keep things pure, I'm going to go ahead and put my cans back on. There we go. Cans are on. Cans are on that one. Do a little weathering just in case if it rains. So yeah, not sure. I think what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and start a video on the electrolysis. So I think we're all caught up. We'll make this a short. Oh yeah, next project. Like I said, I got too many projects going on. Generator. So the status with it is I did buy a new solenoid, and it's just trying to figure out how to hook everything up right. I'm not too up to par with this. Could use a little help with it if any of my internet buddies know about these things. Basically, I had to take all the wiring off. It had been so monkeyed up. So I need to know the basics of how to hook things back up. Obviously with the solenoid, you got the positive wire on one side and then the main terminal on the other. What I need to know is like the points where they go into the distributor, positive, negative side, and then how everything goes back together with a key switch, and getting all that hooked up. Now this thing did have an electronic fuel pump, and I think that fuel pump is dead. I've tried hooking it up directly in no-go. So I think I need to get an electronic fuel pump. There we go. There's our short video. YouTube's been after me, says that if I do one, it looks better on my channel. So there's your short video. Anyways, project's in the work. So hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll go ahead and get going on some other video content. Look forward to it. Thanks to you guys.